Hello students, welcome to Rathods IAS Academy. Today in this class, we are going to see very important topic from anthropology. From paper 1, from this 9th chapter, which deals with genetics, I pick up one topic that is polygenic inheritance in man. So let us try to understand what exactly is this topic about in detail with examples. Okay, now here the keyword is inheritance. What is the meaning of inheritance? Inheritance means passing of genes or characteristics from one generation to another generation. Many a times, we'll get some characteristics, some traits which are similar to our parents or our grandparents. This concept is called as inheritance. For example, you can see eyes, nose, chin part, hair, body structure, height, etc. Such kind of traits can be transferred from one generation to another generation. So these are the basic examples of inheritance. And now let us see one more word that is called as polygenic. Poly means what? Let us try to break it out. Poly means many. Simply poly means many. Genic means nothing but genes. What did I say related to inheritance? Passing of traits from one generation to next generation, right? So here in this traits or characteristics, in this traits or characteristics, it is not guided by a single gene. It is not guided by a single gene. Multiple or many genes will be involving in transferring of that trait from one generation to another generation. This concept as a whole is called as polygenic inheritance in man. Clear? I hope you understood what exactly the meaning of polygenic inheritance. Now let us see some examples, as well as I'll tell you what are the characteristics of this polygenic inheritance. Apart from that, we are going to see how the mechanism, and next what is its relevance from biology point of view and from anthropology point of view. We are going to see all these things in this video. Please do watch until last, guys, so that you will get lots of insights regarding how to read anthropology. Okay, now let us see some examples. Okay, first one is height. For example, father is around 6 feet, mother is around 5.2 or 5.3. And if you see the next generation, sometimes the kids will be like 6 feet, sometimes the kids will be like 5 feet or 5.3, 5.4. So actually the height is guided by multiple genes, not only a single gene. And even you can see the color, texture of skin. It is also guided by multiple factors. Here you can see very light skin and here you can see very dark skin. So this kind of boxes even you can see while you are purchasing any product. They'll give you the number, and based on your skin texture and color, you will be keeping order which number foundation or so and so that you need, right? So here skin color, skin tone and texture is guided by multiple genes. Okay, and next, even if I want to tell other examples like blood pressure is also guided by multiple genes. And next one is body mass index. Sometimes parents' body mass index is more, but next generation is not having that much high BMI. They will be like normal and even sometimes under. If I take my example, my mother body mass index is high, but mine is below normal. Okay, as I said, inheritance means nothing but the characteristics or traits that have to pass from one generation to another generation. But in my case, it is not, because this kind of characteristics or traits will be guided by multiple genes, not only a single gene. That is a thing that you have to keep in your mind. And especially diabetes risk also. If parents are having diabetes, it can be transferred to daughter, especially thyroid disease. If mother is having thyroid disease, daughter will be getting that disease. Okay, so like that we have multiple genes that will be guiding in this inheritance. Even you can see eye color, deep brown, green color eyes, blue color eyes, right? So this eye color is also guided by multiple genes, and to be specific we have genes like OCA2, DCA2, OCAZ. So like that different multiple genes are there, but don't bother about that genes. So just remember the examples related to polygenic inheritance. Okay, so in short, what can we say? What exactly is this polygenic inheritance? One character is controlled by many genes, and each gene will be contributing a small effect on that character or on that trait. That is called as polygenic inheritance. And now let us see what exactly the characteristics of that polygenic inheritance. Mostly this polygenic inheritance, in this multiple genes will be involved, and each and every gene will be adding some effect. Okay, so like that what happens? It will leads to variations, that will leads to the diversity in humans. That is the one important characteristics of this polygenic inheritance. And if you see the mechanism, I'll take one example. I'm taking height as example. For example, this height is guided by multiple genes. For example, gene A, another example is gene B, and next one is gene C. Let us take, these are the three genes which are guiding height in humans. Okay, in this also we have dominant and we have recessive. For example, A, capital A is dominant and recessive allele is small a. For this B, capital B is dominant allele and small b is recessive allele. And for this gene C also, capital C is dominant and small c is recessive allele. Okay. For example, if the phenotype of that person related to height, in the case 1 is capital A, capital A, capital B, C, C. All are dominant alleles. If we have always dominant alleles in that phenotype, then what happened? What will be the height of that person? Extreme tall. What is the height? Height will be extreme tall. Okay, I'll take another case, case number 2. In this case, I have small a, that means recessive, and I'm taking capital B, it is dominant gene, and I'm taking capital C and small c. So here we have both combination of dominant and recessive alleles. So what will be the height? Height will be moderate tall. And I'll take one more example here. Third case, small a, small b, small c. Then here we have all recessive alleles. So what will be the height? Short. So this is a mechanism that you need to understand. So before you know what is his dominant allele, what is his recessive allele, what is his phenotype, what is his genotype, you need to know the Mendelian genetics. So that will be dealt in our classes of anthropology, guys. So actually this is the mechanism through which we can understand there are certain characters or traits in our body that will be guided by not a single gene, that will be guided by multiple gene, and this type of inheritance is called as polygenic inheritance. And now let us see what is the significance of this polygenic inheritance, why it is important. If you see from biology, from science point of view, this polygenic inheritance creates different variations in population. Because of this polygenic inheritance, we can see people of different height, people of different skin tones, people of different eyes, everything. And this one is, this kind of inheritance will help to adapt to new environment. So if we are not having this kind of inheritance or genes which is controlling this in traits, then we cannot adapt to the properly related to that environment. And next one is, it will leads to what? Evolution. Evolution of new characters will not happen in an overnight. It will take lots of time, and this kind of traits will be passed from one generation to another generation. Okay, whenever we are passing these traits from one generation to another generation, then only that will leads to the formation of new species. This is nothing but evolution. And even whenever we are having this kind of new traits, which will helpful for increasing of survival also. If you are not adapting or if you are not fitting into that situation, obviously will not survive. To survive in that environment, obviously we need to have this adaptation, new species, then only there will be increased survival chances. Okay, from anthropology point of view, this polygenic inheritance is very important. Because of this only we can understand human diversity. For example, if you see in India, if you go to northern part or northeastern part, if you go to western or central and south Indian, we can see wide range of changes between the humans. Humans belongs to this Homo sapiens only. But even though we can say different shape of eyes, different texture of hair, different color, right? So all these things that you have to remember. And this polygenic variation will helps to understand different race. Okay, this inheritance will help to understand why there are different types of races like Mongoloid, Negroid. Okay, and next one is, it will helps to understand this phenomena of adaptation, and even it will be very helpful in forensic anthropology, because we will be having different dermoglyphics, that is nothing but the fingerprints. And next one is, it is also helpful to understand the human evolution. In this human evolution, we will understand how human had been evolved from apes. There is nothing but Australopithecus. And this one is Homo erectus, Homo neanderthals, Homo sapiens. So how this human had been developed or evolved, we will be understanding through this polygenic inheritance. And one more thing here is, if you are getting certain kind of traits or characters, it is not completely based on genes. Even we have to take one more factor into consideration, that is environment. Okay, I'll give you one small example to understand this. Okay, let us take globe here. Here we have equator. Here we have Tropic of Cancer. Here we have Tropic of Capricorn. Here we have 90 degrees north, Arctic Circle, Antarctic Circle, 90 degrees south. In which region we can receive more amount of sunlight? In this tropical region. So because of this more amount of sunlight in that region, whenever the sunlight is falling directly on your skin, what happens? Which pigment will be getting activated? Melanin pigment. This melanin pigment will give dark color to your skin. Your skin color will be dark if you are living in this tropical region. But if you are living in this temperate region, we will be getting less amount of sunlight, right? Slanty rays will get from sun. Because of this, we can see low temperature. Because of this, what happens? Melanin will be not getting activated. So the people will have light color skin tone. And not only that, one more example I can give you. If a child has balanced diet, balanced nutrition, their height, their body growth and development will be at a normal pace. If baby is not getting proper nutrition, then what happens? Malnutrition related disease can happen. For example, stunting, wasting, marasmus, like that. So we have to take even environment into consideration, guys. Okay, so this is about this topic, polygenic inheritance in humans, and this is one of the interesting topic in anthropology from biology point of view, which is part of 9th chapter. And if you want to take this anthropology as optional, so you can join our anthropology course, and I'll tell you what are the advantages of taking anthropology as your optional. First one is syllabus is very short, and mostly the syllabus is just static. So if you done with your syllabus and if you had made your notes, then that is more than enough. No need of revising your note, no need of updating your notes actually. And one more thing is, mostly the questions will be from PYQs itself. And if you have done with your 5 years of PYQs, then it is done. And most of the topics will be like very interesting. You will not get bored at all. And next one is, it is one of the scoring option which will be chosen by most of the toppers every year, guys. And in our academy, I will be taking this anthropology optional, and I am a doctor and I am a gold medalist. I will be dealing with each and every subtopic of your both paper 1 and as well as paper 2. And as part of this course, we are also going to provide you the material, and this material includes complete examples, flow charts, even with diagrams, and those diagrams are handmade. I only drawn the diagrams in your notes. Apart from that, you will be also getting PYQs of last 40 years along with blueprint also. Apart from that, in our class, I will be showing you lots of videos, lots of images, so that the concept clarity will be there for sure. And to improve your presentation, every day we are going to have daily answer writing practice, and on Saturdays you will be having weekly test. And the classes will be conducted every day 2 hours to 2.5 hours from Monday to Friday. On Saturday there will be only test, and Sunday there is no class. And the duration of this course is 3.5 to 4 months, guys. And if you want to join this course and if you want to inquire more about this anthropology course, please do contact us on this number 8074765513, and this course is going to be started from August 3rd, guys. Okay, don't miss this and try to join this course as soon as possible. Already admissions are opened. I wish you all the best. Thank you so much, guys.